Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Al-Rakah Kadash. Double orders unto your apostles and elders of great millstone, all well, and shalom to the hopeful elect. Okay, this is from the New York Post. Celebs are super spreaders of coronavirus fake news, study says. Okay? So, I'm going to get right into this article. Celebrities are super spreaders of fake news and conspiracy theories during times of crisis, including the coronavirus pandemic, experts say. Researchers from Queensland University in Australia blame stars such as Woody Harrelson and Wiz Khalifa in a study probing how far-fetched fringe internet theories become front-page news. These are the super spreaders, and it goes two ways. Let's think about it. If they can, it shows you, this is why the celebrities are called lesser luminaries, because they have the power, basically, being, idols on to be worshipped, okay? That they have power, that what they say has some effect on the masses of the people. Now, fake news is one thing, but at the same time, they have the power to spread what? Forward the agenda of the Illuminati. And that's why they have the name Lesser Luminaries. So reading on, it says, these are the super spreaders. These are the people who are really making something go viral. Okay? Axel Bruins, a professor with the school's Technology Digital Media Research Center, said in an online presentation Thursday, big mouth celebs, wow, can even, this may even be an article where, they're letting it be known that you celebrities, if you're talking, we're coming for you, okay? For those in the know. Can even fuel misinformation just by discussing a bonkers theory without pushing it on social media, he said. It's one thing to post this from a conspiracy account that's got a few hundred followers, but once you get major celebrities with literally millions of followers on Twitter or Facebook talking about this, even just dismissively, obviously it reaches a much larger audience, said Bruin. Okay, researchers found that spikes in the circulation of COVID-19 related misinformation online were almost always linked to celebrity or media endorsements. So major platforms that allow that information to go out on a higher level. In one example, they examined the recent fake news that 5G cell phone towers spread the coronavirus and found that most shares about it happened after the Hunger Games actor Woody Harrelson maybe, promoted the conspiracy theory on Instagram, and rapper Wiz Khalifa spoke about it in a Facebook video. Alright, which the 5G thing, hey, all I gotta say about 5G is it will allow the microchip to work 10 times much better than it would on the 4G. Alright? And not literally 10 times. They say the speed on 4G is something like 360 seconds to download a gig, I believe. I can't remember what size of data, but that same 360 seconds it'll be done in 30 seconds of 5G, showing you that it would make it work with much more fluidity. All right, so that's the whole thing with the 5G, I believe, from what I can gather. The Hunger Games, no. So reading on, it says, in a now deleted Instagram post, Harrelson, 58, told his more than 2 million followers that he found a report about the negative effects of 5G and its supposed role in the coronavirus pandemic very interesting. All right, and okay, if they say if the 5G isn't poisonous, it doesn't actually create the side effects of 5G isn't actually what the coronavirus does to the people. Say if that's true, okay? Now you're gonna have this misinformation that went out that loads of people are pulling down towers and all that kind of stuff. And what does it do? It gives more trust into the government's hand right? That they ain't lying, and on top of that, it discredits the information that's put. It calls for more regulation of information on the internet. All right. So basically, less power for the masses of the people, more power for for Esau. All right. The Illuminati to allow them to establish their end goal of the RFID chip. Okay, the New World Order. All right, which is the mark of the beast, and the image of the beast is really the New World Order, but it comes into its whole fulfillment through the mark of the beast, according to the prophecy of the Bible. All right. Circulation of the dangerous theory also increased after UK tabloid The Daily Express, which really, the Daily Express, they're going on a lot of conspiracy theories or conspiracies, wrote an article about it. And when a UK boxer posted a video on the subject to a sports group with almost 26 million members, according to the study, right? Now the public is genuinely confused and genuinely divided. They are pointing fingers at China and at each other, said another researcher, Timothy Graham. This is payday for disinformers. This is the best thing that could happen to them and the worst thing that could happen for democracy. All right, people rule. But then, okay, let me hone in on this point because there's 2 points here. Now the public is generally confused and genuinely divided. Why are they divided and why are they confused? Because one set of people is saying that this is, 5G is basically bad for you. Another set of people saying 5G is not a problem. All right, that's why they're divided. There's 2 different options before them, and they're confused, pointing fingers at China and pointing fingers at each other. All right, so fingers are pointing in 2 different directions, said another researcher. So now, this is payday for disinformers. So those people that want to put out disinformation, it's a good thing for them. This is the best thing that could happen to them and the worst thing that could happen for democracy, which is a joke, because really all it's saying is that they're letting power slip out of the hands of, the West, dealing with America, the UK, the EU, all these different nations, because democracy is actually presented by 2 different parties, ultimately, being the Republicans and the Democrats, being the Conservatives and Labour, okay? So that's confusion in itself. There ain't one party that you can choose from, all right? One clear choice. But that's ultimately, that's why they're doing that, because they're showing you that it's confusion. We just need to provide one way. So it's the perfect storm for them. They're trying to say it's a perfect storm for conspiracy theories, but it's a perfect storm for the powers that be to establish their new world order, okay? Because now they're going to present you one form of information that is the way, okay? So I want to grab a few scriptures. Because there's two things being played at hand. I shall start with Amos first. The first is that they want to quieten, it's lucky, basically quieten the voices of all the people that oppose their system, all right? And the main people are who? Israel, okay? Starting with the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, okay? They wanna humble them and keep them quiet. So this is Amos 8:11. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord power, Yahweh, that I will send a famine in the land, all right? Not a famine of bread, even though that is coming as well. This is not what it's talking about. Not a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord Yahweh, okay? Now, hearing the words of the Lord Yahweh, how do you hear the words of the Lord Yahweh? You hear it by his mouthpiece, which are the prophets. Amos 3:7 tells you, surely the Most High will do nothing, but he reveals his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. All right? And it tells you in Isaiah 30:20 that, they shall no longer be moved to a corner, but thy teachers shall no longer be moved to a corner, but you shall see them and behold them, all right? Because they're going to be on the highways and byways, and they're going to be saying the name of the words of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yoshai, and basically teaching you, all right? And in doing so, that's what they're going to do, okay? That's what we have been doing, sorry. And now it's even to the point where, you know, a lot of camps, you have few camps still out there on the highways and byways, but you have a lot of camps that are now online doing it. They can't go out because of this COVID-19 thing, the quarantine rules and whatnot. So you're seeing winding down of the Lord putting his mouthpiece out there. As it tells you in Jeremiah 16, I was sent for many fishers, fishing by what? What did Yahushua tell Peter? Peter and Andrew, James and John. John and James, sorry. What did he say to them? He said, put down your nets and I'll make you fishers of men. All right? And that's fishing them by way of the word, being the bait. Okay? So the Lord said he will send for many fishers, and then after he will send for many hunters. And it's coming to the point where the end of fishing is at hand. Okay? So, and that's why you're having these things happen with the whole fake news, because, you know, as the Most High is complete. He has a right hand and a left hand, and they both play into each other. Okay, so the left hand only is looking to do away with the word of Yahweh Bashem and Shah being on the highways and byways, but they don't know that's what's something that the Most High said, because the elect are sealed. Basically, it's a good thing, all right? Because the elect are sealed. The word went out. They heard. It went out to all the ends of the earth, and the elect was sealed. Okay, and it's a done deed. But then, with that being said, all right, with the shutting down of the internet on the left hand side, that basically means that they're gonna basically forward their agenda and establish it on a whole. All right. So this is Revelations 13. And 14. And he deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by means of those miracles. Okay, talking about Esau's power. Okay, dealing with first and foremost with the sword. And then even with all these lies and these misinformation, that's a form of his power as well. Okay, because it allots you onto the sword of destruction, because there's only one way of truth. And if you're outside of that way of truth, if you're in the way of sin, that means you're going to death, basically. All right. So it said, and deceiving them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast. Okay, that's a lifestyle. That's democracy, as was mentioned in the article. All right. And ultimately, democracy, even though it means the people rule, demo meaning people's rule, okay? Ultimately, the people rule they're talking about is the rule of the beast system, Esau, in its fullness, okay? So it reads, which had the wound by a sword and did live. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as should not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Okay? So that's why they're saying in this article, all the points talking about that disinformation going out. Basically what they're saying, they're leaving it open, saying that, look, it's a bad thing for us, because this allows those people that want to misinform the people to basically have power. Okay, so now that's a problem. And what do they really deal with? Hegelian dialectic and the main system for the Illuminati: problem, reaction, solution. This is the establishing of the problem. So now they're looking for a reaction of the people. The people reaction. Well, actually, the reaction is already there. You have people going out and burning 5G towers. You have people rioting. You have people not staying at home and quarantining because they don't believe the COVID-19 is true. All right? Which is a whole nother story. But the point being is that they're not following the words of the government. So now they need to provide what? A solution. Okay? And that this here is a solution. All right? As it said, And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast, not follow the laws that's established in the kingdom of Esau, should be killed. Okay, and that's really what they want to establish. All right, because you'd be killed because you're not in line with the system, and through the means of things like COVID-19. All right, not wanting to, for America, like in America, for example, you have to wear a face mask. If you don't follow that law, there's a fine you'll have to get. And you know they're going to ramp it up gradually in line with gradualism. Face mask, gloves, sanitizer, testing all the time. Then it could be, then afterwards the vaccine, then ultimately lead to the chip, okay? And if you can't follow in line with that system, then guess what? You're gonna die, okay? Because that's the way Esau, the way the devil, basically. All right. So that's really the point. The fake news that's spreading, quote unquote fake news, should I say, is basically in line with the prophecy of Amos the fifth chapter, but then also is playing in line with Esau allowing to establish the image of the beast, which is gonna basically lead to the mark of the beast. All right. So with